Good morning. I am Melinda Rychlik-Clark. For those of you who do not know, I am the owner of Empower the Yet, where I help busy mamas really stay focused on what they love and desire in their business by offering virtual assistant services and coaching for them and their tweens and teens, as well as I'm a breakthrough life coach. I help people break through mindset hurdles that are really holding them back from what they are being called to do by God. So I wanted to come in here today. I've been talking about empowered women in the Bible, and you guys, we have got a lot of examples of women who are truly empowering in the Bible. So this one's kind of strange, but I go through a lot of the devotionals, the plans, and the Facebook. In the Facebook in the Bible app, the U version, and I can't remember the lady's name, but she did write on this, and it just brought up a valid point. Have you ever been in a place where life was so good, like so good, and you're like, man, I'm just so joyful, and I've got everything I need, and God has given me the desires of my heart, and things are great. You've got children, healthy children, and your husband, and things are just awesome. They're just awesome. And then all of a sudden life takes a huge shift. And it seems like what was elated joy from blessings has now turned into tragedy and devastation. And if we look at the story of Job, who had an amazing faith, his life was so blessed for so long. And then it was complete tragedy. He lost 10 children. He lost his health to the point where he had boils so bad all over his body that you couldn't even really recognize him. And where is his wife in all of this, right? You know, she had to stick around because they had 7 children after all of the devastation that he faced. And to be a wife that sticks around when it seems like the world is your oyster, when something happens like this, it is a true testimony to God's unfailing love to totally make it, what I always say is 110 times better than what it was, and in blessings. And so a lot of times in our trials and tribulations, our faith is being tested. So for this week, my faith was tested immensely. And I know when our family is under a spiritual attack, I can feel it. It's that sense of being kind of, things are just not going right. It just seems like there's always something. And so I just want you to know that if Job and his wife can go through complete joy and feeling like the world is on top, the world is their oyster, right? Things are great. They're great. They have all the money they want. They have all the land they want. They have all the animals and cattle and all the things that they want. They have children, which is huge. I mean, they're going to live on and have this testimony towards, they're going to live out the legacy of the family. And that was huge, especially back then. And so, but to have all of it taken away as a wife and as a mother, how strong is your faith? like really in your gut, how strong is your faith? Are you willing to wait out the test of time? Because I'm going to be honest, it's not easy. And there are times where I'm like, peace. Like, I can't do this. Like, it is so hard. And you, in your humanness, you can't see past it. You can't see what God's doing. That's called faith. He's testing your faith. Are you going to trust me to get you through this? Are you going to trust me with all you have? Because there's blessings and rewards in the end. Are you going to trust me? You're going to have to wait for it. You know, it's like the 2-year-old giving them candy, right? It's like, okay, you can have all of this. You can, but you've got to wait for dessert. Like, you've got to wait. Have you ever tried to set a timer with a child who you've already told is going to have ice cream for dessert? It's like they can't even wait, right? And so you're testing really their patience. But for us, not only does it test our patience, but it tests our faith. Are we going to trust God enough as women to go through those hard times as a wife, as a mother, as a business owner, as a friend? And that's up to us. So I just want you to think about that. We talk about Job a lot, but we don't talk about what's behind the scenes, right? We don't talk about who's supporting him in this. And so where are you in your faith? Where are you in your relationships? If you're going through something, maybe you feel like you're on top of the world, right? And what if something did happen that would be so devastating? Where would your faith be? So if you are going through something really hard, where's your faith? Are you showing up and doing it anyway? Are you cleaning the wounds of your husband, probably like his wife had to clean his wounds? Are you healthily grieving the loss of what you need to grieve, whether it's person, an item, are you grieving that in a healthy way so God can heal you from the inside out? Are you depending on him for that? Are you doing something outside of that instead of using God's strength? Are you eating too much? Are you vegging too much on social media? Maybe had too many glasses of wine. Maybe you're spending way too much money. How are you dealing with the loss, with the disappointment, right? And so all that is hard stuff, which is why as women, we naturally provide communities for people to be able to come to. So, so if you're struggling and you need prayer, drop it in the comments. Just say DM me, or I'd like to talk, or whatever. So whatever you feel comfortable with, or just a private DM is fine as well. But I want you to know that you're not alone. We've all gone through all of these things. Okay. So thank you so much for being with me. This is a little bit of a heavier one, but it gets us thinking. We need to have a stronger faith in the Lord, because he will never leave us, nor will he forsake us. So big virtual hugs to you. Until next time, remember, slay those giants so you can empower the yet in your life to live happy, joyous, and free in Christ and change your family tree.